Hi guys, whoa, let's try that again. Hi guys, welcome back to another video and a happy new year to everyone. I hope 2019 is off to an amazing start for you. If you guys have been following the channel a little while, you know that recently I've been training at the Dome. So the big dome where all the golfers were, you know how much I love those golfers. But unfortunately, we had a bit of a disaster here in Rochester. So on New Year's morning, there was a huge windstorm here and it was really bad actually. And in fact, the dome was completely destroyed in that windstorm. I don't know if it was the wind actually ripping the side of the dome or if it blew something into the dome. But the fact of the matter is, it's completely destroyed. It's not there anymore. But on a more positive note, I did start my season this past week with my indoor team, and we went off to a really good start. So we had 2 home matches on Friday and Saturday night, the 4th and 5th of January, and we won both games. So an excellent way to start the new season and the new year. I did have a good personal start as well. I did score in the first game and scored a hat-trick in the second game. I'm not going to do a match analysis even though I do have all the footage and everything, because the indoor game is so much different to the outdoor game. So I don't want to confuse anyone, because I know the majority, probably 98% of people watching this channel are all outdoor footballers. But if you do want to follow my journey through this season, I'm posting everything on Instagram. So I've already posted my goals and I'm going to do updates and everything like that. So if you're more interested in my journey, my story, what I'm doing with my career and things like that, I think Instagram's going to be the place to do that. Another positive start to the new year was Magnetico, my close control dribbling training program, and the feedback's been incredible as well. I'm so glad that you guys are benefit and improving your close control dribbling through the program. But also in regards to Magnetico, because I know I did release Maestro and I gave away day 1 for free, and I wanted to make sure I did that with Magnetico as well, because I know for whatever reason not everybody can get the program. So I wanted to make sure everybody still managed to benefit from at least a portion of the full training program. So I'm going to give you guys day 1 today. I'm actually going to do day 1 myself, so I'll show you exactly how I set up the drills. So let's get into day 1 of Magnetico. Here we go. So starting with the Magnetico warm-up, it's what we do at the start of each day of the program. To set it up, we place 1 cone on the floor, we take 2 steps, place the second cone, then we take 1 step in between all of the middle cones, so there's 5 in total. And then we take a further 2 steps to place the end cone. So we're going to be working around all of these cones, going from one end to the other and weaving through those middle cones. So when we first start, we're going to go with the right foot only. So using the inside and outside of your right foot, just weaving in and out of those cones, around that end one, and then back to the start again, weaving. And then we swap to our left foot and do the exact same thing. So using the inside and outside of our left foot only, weaving through those cones, round the end and back to the start. Then what we're going to do is move to the inside of our feet only. So just pushing the ball with the inside of the foot to the opposite foot through those cones in a La Croqueta movement, all the way there and back. And then we go for the outside of the foot only this time, so a little bit more difficult. You actually have to shift your body around that ball so you can touch it with the outside of each foot. Then moving on into some sole rolls, so just rolling the ball through the cones with the sole of the foot, touching it with the inside of the opposite foot, and then repeating and back to the start. And then the final one is going with the inside and outside of both feet. So we should be pretty warmed up now. So we've gone through very slowly the first time through, then we're going to rest for 30 seconds and repeat this 3 times. Try and go a little bit quicker each time, just to challenge yourself a little bit more. And as you go through all 7 days of the program, you'll notice a huge improvement, even with this warm-up drill as well. But the goal of the warm-up is not to go through as quickly as possible, but instead just with full control and accurate touches. It's just a way to prepare ourselves for those more intense drills. But feel free to challenge yourself as much as you want, but the goal is to try and complete this entire circuit 3 times with making minimal mistakes. If you do make a mistake, if you touch the cone or lose control of the ball, or you touch it with your opposite foot when you're not meant to, don't start all the way back from the beginning. Just pick it back up in the place that you made the mistake until you've covered all of the different surface areas of the foot. It's a really good warm-up, and you'll notice as you go on with this program, you're going to have huge improvements with this drill in itself. Another great way just to improve your control on the ball. And then once you combine it with the Magnetico drills, you're going to see such a vast difference before and after the program in your close control dribbling. So just going through it one final time, and you'll notice now that I'm taking it even quicker than I was with the previous 2, because I am warming up a bit. My touch is feeling like it's in a rhythm. So just going a bit quicker now. It's always good to challenge yourself, even between 1, 2 and 3 reps of the warm-up. Again, using all the different surface areas of the foot, so moving to the inside now, trying to do it smoother and quicker. Going with the outside of the foot now. Really trying to avoid those cones. So trying to be accurate, deliberately putting the ball exactly where we want to put it. Rolling it through now, nice and smooth. And when you go around those end cones as well, try and keep the ball tight to that cone. Try not to take a really wide turn, but keep it tight. This whole program is all about keeping the ball as close to the foot as possible in full control, going around all the obstacles with minimal margins. Now moving into the first main drill from day one. This one's called the speed nudge. So we've got 2 cones placed maybe 1 or 2 steps apart to form a gate. And then we're taking 15 steps directly in front of those 2 cones and placing another 2 cones. So basically, we've just got 2 gates facing each other. And this is what we're going to be working in between. So we're going to start with the ball at either gate. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to be dribbling directly from one gate to the other in a straight line, trying to take a touch of the ball with every step. So really making that nudge movement deliberate. As you can see, taking a touch of the ball with every step. You could perform this drill a lot quicker, but we're trying to keep the ball as close to our body as possible. So we're not just knocking the ball out in front of us and chasing after it, we're keeping it close to our foot. So we dribble up with the right foot, stop it at the other gate, and then dribble back with the left foot, taking about 10 seconds rest in between each rep. So it's going to be continuous. You dribble there with the right foot, allow your momentum to take you how far you need, and then do about 10 seconds or 15 seconds rest, turn around, and then repeat with the left foot back to the start, trying to stop that ball with full control. So what we're going to do is repeat this 3 times up with the right foot, and then 3 times back with the left foot. This is a great first drill of the program because you're really just working on that nudging movement that you want to be using for the entire program. This is the goal with Magnetico, is really make it feel like there's a magnet between the ball and your foot. After you repeat 3 reps on each foot, we then move on into the second drill. So this is how we set it up. Placing the first cone down, we're taking 5 steps this time. Placing our second cone down, then we're taking 3 steps to place another cone, and then there's 4 cones, all 3 steps apart in the middle, and then another 5 steps to place our final cone. So very similar to the warm-up drill, the cones are just a little bit further apart this time because we're going to be attacking it with more speed, which is why I've called this one the speed weave. So starting at the beginning cone once again, and as we have been doing, trying to take a touch of the ball with every step, but this time weaving the ball with the inside and outside of our right foot only, going all the way up around the cone, remaining with the right foot only, and coming all the way back and stopping the ball at the start. Then we're going to repeat this with the left foot again. We want to get a good balance and good control working on both feet. It's really going to serve you much better on the pitch. If you're comfortable dribbling the ball with both feet, it's going to allow you to get out of tighter situations. You can't always be on your dominant foot. Sometimes when you're dribbling in long distances, you can actually get away with using one foot, but especially in those tighter spaces, you want to be manipulating the ball with both feet to get out of trouble. So again, just like the first drill, we're going to be going up 3 times with the right foot, so we're going all the way there and back, and then 3 times with the left foot as well. Again, when we go around that end cone, trying to keep the ball as close to that cone as possible. So trying to manipulate that ball at speed, weaving through those cones with good control. Moving on into the third and final drill of day 1 of the program. So what we're doing is we're placing 1 cone down, turning 45 degrees to the right, taking 4 steps to place our second cone, turning 45 degrees in the opposite direction, taking 6 steps this time to place our third cone, 45 degrees again in the opposite direction, 6 more steps for our fourth cone, and then we're turning 45 degrees for one last time, and then placing it 4 steps away to basically mirror the first cone. And starting at that first cone we placed, it's called the diagonal weave, and you'll see why. We're keeping close control of the ball, but going diagonally around those cones. So taking a touch of the ball with every step, you're going to find this one a little bit more challenging because those angles are far more acute than what we've worked on in the previous drills. But you'll face all these angles during a match, and that's what Magnetico is all about. It's putting you through all those different directions that you would face during a match, still trying to keep close control so that when you do end up facing them on the pitch, you're so rehearsed that it's so comfortable and you'll get out of trouble with ease. So we're trying to go as quickly as possible, but at the same time, as we've already talked about, not just knocking the ball out in front of us, trying to go as fast as we can while taking a touch of the ball with every step. You really have to lean into these corners in order to turn around them sharply. You want to keep the cones and the ball as close as possible without touching. And then going around that end cone. When you go around those end cones, you're taking a lot of little touches to keep it close, moving around the ball, dropping those hips so that it can move around sharply. So like the other drills as well, we're going to go 3 times with the right foot, and then we're also going to do 3 times with the left foot. Every single drill that we do through this entire program, we're trying to get a good balance on both feet, and you'll be the better player for it. Alright guys, so that's day 1 of Magnetico, and honestly in just a few weeks you can really feel the difference. You feel so much more confident on the ball. You feel like it's really attached to your foot so that when you change direction, you speed up, you slow down, the ball's right there with you. You feel in full control of it. Also make sure you're staying locked into my Instagram page if you want to be updated on my indoor season over the next few months. I'm going to be documenting as much as possible. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.